Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Talks, and today I'm going to talk about UPL, which is surging at the moment and doing really well for the last few weeks. Let's understand about the business and let's understand what needs to be done. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about UPL, here's a small request that kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that, it will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and a number of podcasts that I put up from time to time. And if you pay for 10 months, that means you pay for only $100, you get 12 months access straight away. So that's 2 months extra if you pay $100 upfront. So kindly check that out. For detailed market or company talk or a portfolio you have, you can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. And also, if you cannot pay through card, kindly just email me and I'll note it down. Probably in a few months time I'll start with a direct bank transfer. Now about the company, UPL was established in 1969 and they provide agrochemical and phosphorus products. So basically they deal with products that are utilized by farmers for their agricultural growth. Top brand in this segment have a multiple products, a number of products that UPL is selling, and I've seen the stock grow from only about 200 crore 120 crore market cap company to be 10x from there, 10-12x from there, and even greater. You have scaled greater heights from those levels, and has done really well. They also produce industrial and specialty chemicals, a multinational firm which is spread over a number of countries, and it has really expanded big time over the last 10 years. Market cap of 22 to 25,000 crores is what UPL is currently at. If you look at the financials, then these are Q3 numbers of this financial year versus last year. So 2.6% growth in sales, 13.5% growth in profit. Profits is pretty good considering the pandemic year. Reasonable working capital debt is there. Lower expenses lead to sharp bottom line growth. So expenses curtailed a lot, as with other companies as well, and that led to sharp bottom line growth. High institutional holding is there. Promoter holding is not huge, but not bad either. We have an ROE of around 15% and operating profit margin of 18%, which is pretty good. If you look at the performance of the stock, then stock has recovered from March 2020 lows. So it went all the way down to 400, 420 levels, and from there the stock has recovered smartly. And we have seen that the company has produced very good numbers after that. So numbers have remained robust. Return ratios are fine, and there have been strong sales numbers, but bottom line hasn't grown that much as was expected, but have been surging recently on the back of better valuations. But one needs to understand one more thing, that there were issues of corporate governance with the company, and we have seen that happen, that probably 3-4 months back, that there were issues with the promoter having one property and a couple of properties, and things were getting out of hand at that point of time. There was massive selling in the stock around those 440 480 levels, or around about that. But otherwise the company is pretty good, established, and many fund houses have UPL in their portfolios. Another concern that the company is having is high debt. Now that is also a concern, but over a period of time it is expected that the debt will come down. Dividend payout is extremely decent. So why I believe it is a buy on decline, market leader in its space. The kind of agrochemical and chemical products that it sells, they are the market leaders. UPL is in it, and valuations are not overstretched, although it is slightly expensive. It is a global agrochemical play, so on declines, on sharp moves, as we have seen that the markets are a little jittery now, and probably for a month it would remain the same. So those will be levels to get into, say on declines to 550 560 or so. On those levels, around 10-12% decline from current levels will outperform as rural economy improves and tractor sales has has shown that the rural economy is improving, but one needs to understand that it could be possible that next 2 3 months rural could be under stress if the pandemic shifts from the urban to the rural states, when people move from say places like Maharashtra and Delhi to the rural places. Valuations are attractive at around 19-20 times, and it is currently valued at around zero point 0.8 to 1 time earning, which is not very expensive at all. If you look at the technicals of the stock, then there is strong support between the 550 to 600 levels, and that is where it is finding support all the way. Now, we are looking at, say, if the stock goes to 550, 540, those are very good levels to buy. If you have bought it, then long term stop loss could be around 540, 545 rather than 575, as I've written, because of the kind of fall we have seen recently. And it may be headed to 780 levels once 2630 is taken out. So you need to be understandable that over this period, with the monsoon doing well, with monsoon is expected to do well, I believe that in the coming few months companies like UPL should end up doing pretty well. So what needs to be done? In my opinion, buy on major decline. So wait for 550 to buy 560. Then you'll have a very good risk reward ratio. Keep track of numbers and have a good 3 year view. I see 800 on the stock in the next 2 to 3 years. Even more than that, maybe 850, 900. But we'll see how the numbers pan out. And it can give even 3x return from here over the next 5 6 years. So the stock is pretty good and pretty nicely poised for an up move. It is at an inflection point, that has to be said. So this was my video on UPL. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.